Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is explosive Liverpool move for Victor Osimhen on as Napoli reject opening triple swap proposal. Talks between Liverpool and Napoli over an explosive deal to take Victor Osimhen to Anfield have been confirmed by another source, though Arne Slot's side still have work to do after it was revealed the Serie A champions had rejected their initial offer of an equal exchange, involving two unwanted Red Stars. The Premier League champions won the title by 10 clear points this season, having steamrollered their way to glory in Slot's first season at the helm. But with the Dutchmen desperate to ensure their success is not a flash in the pan, Liverpool are now backing the manager with serious transfer cash as he strives to put his own stamp on the squad he inherited from Jurgen Klopp. Racing out the transfer blocks, Liverpool have already added 5 new signings, with Milos Kerkez on the cusp of being announced as their latest addition to join Georgi Mamardashvili, arranged last summer, Jeremy Frimpong, Armin Pexi and Florian Wirtz on Merseyside. Despite this summer's outlays now exceeding £190 million, €223 million, $261 million, the Reds are far from done and a rumored 6th signing has now started to gather serious pace and having been billed as a no-brainer for Slot. Even after that deal is done, Liverpool are still lacking the one signing many thought would be their priority focus this summer, a new number 9. And after being linked with a plethora of names, ranging from Alexander Isak to Hugo EKITIKE and, most recently, Victor Gyökeres, reports in the last few days have suggested the Reds are ready to trigger a move for a former Klopp target in Osimhen. The powerful Nigerian striker is free to leave Napoli this summer with just a year left on his deal, and Antonio Conte's side have made it clear they are open to his sale, having long since moved away from the Osimhen era. And after we exclusively revealed last week that Liverpool were open to a swap deal for the Nigerian involving Federico Chiesa and Darwin Núñez, a second reporter, Walter DiMaggio, has now verified claims that transfer talks between both clubs have now taken place. However, as the journalist has revealed, the reigning champions of Italy and England remain some distance apart in terms of what an equal swap would look like. Liverpool and Napoli discuss Victor Osimhen swap deal. In Liverpool's eyes, an offer of both Chiesa and Núñez, 2 players cleared to leave Anfield this summer, would equate to a fair swap for Osimhen, who himself is available for transfer for a fee of €75 million, £64 million, $88 million. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Xabi Alonso phone call helped Liverpool beat Man City and Chelsea to £17.5 million transfer. Glenn Johnson, who signed for Liverpool on this day in 2009, reflected on his Anfield career in an exclusive interview with the Echo's Theo Squires. When Liverpool signed Glenn Johnson on this week in 2009, it was in hope that he could be a missing piece of the puzzle. The Reds had fallen narrowly short in the Premier League title race the year before, finishing 4 points behind champions Manchester United despite losing just twice all campaign. Left to curse too many draws, Rafa Benitez sought to bring in an attacking fullback to bolster his side and settled on the England international. Liverpool had fought off rival interest from Chelsea and Manchester City to sign Johnson, as they looked to continue to challenge for Premier League and Champions League glory. However, in a summer that would also see Xabi Alonso depart the club and the turmoil brought from hapless owners Tom Hicks and George Gillett's fractured partnership only worsening, the Reds were about to become a club on the decline, with such silverware evading them until long after the right-back's exit. But the Spanish midfielder's desire to return to Spain that summer didn't prevent him from playing a key role in bringing Johnson to Anfield. If a club like Liverpool comes knocking, you obviously immediately have an eye on it and an interest, Johnson said in an exclusive interview with the Echo in November 2021. But what swung it was we played for England that summer, just before I signed, and I had a good chat with Stevie Gerrard. And then I spoke to Fernando Torres and Alonso as well before signing. I just thought these were some of the best players in the world. They don't need to phone me, but they were phoning me to let me know how much they wanted me to join. Straight away, I felt like I knew them and it made me feel super welcome before I signed, and everything just felt right. In truth, in hindsight, the fact that Liverpool were only able to spend £17.5 million to sign Johnson from Portsmouth by cancelling out £7 million the financially stricken outfit owed to them for Peter Crouch was an early sign of their dwindling fortunes in difficult circumstances waiting around the corner. Of course, Johnson would not know that the Reds would fail to kick on under Benitez before meandering in transition in the years ahead under a succession of new managers as new owners looked to steady the ship. With a number of key players also sold without being replaced, it's fair to say the fullback did not enjoy the easiest start to life at Liverpool. There were a lot of issues with owners. Rafa lost his job and we sold 3 of our best players and didn't replace any of them, Johnson recalled. You just can't do that, it's as simple as that. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Cesc Fabregas now wants to sign £13 million Liverpool star and play him with Dele Alli. TBR Football can exclusively reveal that Cesc Fabregas is eyeing a move to sign a Liverpool player this summer. Cesc Fabregas has done a decent job with the Italian club, attracting attention from top clubs. However, the former Arsenal midfielder is set to remain at the club as he looks to bolster his squad going into the next season. And among the players being eyed by him is Liverpool attacker Federico Chiesa, linked with Como. TBR Football chief correspondent Graham Bailey has revealed that Chiesa is attracting interest for a number of sides in the Italian league. While Inter Milan are among those interested, it's understood that the player may not be keen on a move to the Nerazzurri. AC Milan, however, are emerging as a strong contender, though any potential move could hinge on the future of Rafael Leao, who continues to be linked with Arsenal. Bailey also notes that Chiesa is expected to leave Liverpool permanently this summer, with the 2026 World Cup looming large in his plans. The Italian winger is determined to secure regular playing time to cement his place in Italy's squad under new manager Gennaro Gattuso. Speaking exclusively to TBR Football, Bailey said, Chiesa has got half of the Serie A interested in him. The latest ones that I'm told are Como. He needs to move. He's another player that this window is huge for because of the World Cup cycle. If it wasn't a World Cup year coming up, I think there would have been a chance that Chiesa hung on at Liverpool. But he can't afford to do that this year. Gennaro Gattuso has come in with Italy, he wants to use him but he has to playing. He can't have another season like he's just had. Chiesa has a lot of options. I don't necessarily think he'll choose to go to Inter, possibly Max Allegri is back at Milan so it's a strong option for him, but it depends on what happens with Rafael Leao. I think it could be a situation where Allegri will want to get the band back together. Chiesa and Dusan Vlahovic could both end up at Milan quite easily. He will be leaving Liverpool, and likely will be permanent. Liverpool didn't pay an awful lot for him, so with him there'll be no huge loss financially. He hasn't decided which club he'll go to yet, though. Federico Chiesa will be hoping to revive his form, along with Dele Alli. Liverpool signed Chiesa for £13 million, but he failed to establish himself as a regular under Arne Slot, barely making any appearances. Regardless of his insignificant spell, he became a massive fan favorite among Liverpool supporters, largely due to his outstanding professionalism and demeanor. A return to familiar surroundings in Italy could offer him the chance to revive his career, a path not too dissimilar to that of former Tottenham midfielder Dele Alli. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.